Good morning. Today we're gonna take comparing and ordering decimals. Okay. If we have a question, say that what are the numbers lies between 2 and 9. Of course, all of us know that the numbers which lies between 2 and 9 are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we can't take the 2 and the 9. These are only the numbers which lies between 2 and 9. Okay. What if we have what are the numbers which lies between 3.1 and 3.9. At first we have two decimal numbers. So what are the numbers between the 1 and the 9? We have the same whole number. What are the numbers between the 1 and the 9? Of course we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So the numbers which lies between 3.1 and 3.9 are 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, and 3.8. And that's all. If we have a question, what are the numbers lies between 3.2 and 3.3? Do we have any numbers lies between the 2 and the 3? Here we have the same whole number. Do we have any numbers lies between the 2 and the 3? Of course not. So here, what shall we do? We have to remember that if we have any decimal number like 4.2, here we can add zeros as we want to the right and add zeros to the left, which has no meaning. All of these zeros has no meaning, because these are the zeros which are in the right hand of the decimal number and of the left hand of the whole number, so they has no meaning. How? Here, what are the place values of these digits? Here the 2 is considered the tenths. Of course, this one gonna be the decimal point and this one in the units. What about the next zeros? This one gonna be the hundredths, this one thousandths, this one 10,000ths, and this one tens, hundreds, thousands, and so on. Okay, this one is look like if we have 7.2, this one equals 0.07.2000000. So here the 2 is considered the tenths. The 7 is considered the units. What about here? Of course, the decimal point started from the decimal point. This one considered the tenths, and this one is considered the units. So they are the same. So the zeros on the right hand of the decimal number has no meaning, and the zeros which are in the left hand of the whole number has no meaning also. So what shall we do here to solve this problem? We have 3.2 and 3.3. Of course, we can add 1 0 here and 1 0 here to get 3.20 and 3.30. Of course, this one equals to 3.2, and this one is equal to 3.3. Okay, what are the decimal numbers lies between 3.2, 20, and 3.30? Of course, we have 3.21, 3.22, 3.23, 3.24, 3.25, 3.26, 3.27, 3.28, and 3.29. That's all the decimal numbers which lies between 3.20 and 3.30. And now let's go to solve the problems in the booklet, page 28. We have in question number 1, write all the numbers that lie between 1.1 and 1.9. Of course, we have the same whole number. So what are the decimal numbers lies between 1.1 and 1.9? We have 1.2 and 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7 and 1.8. Okay, question 2 gonna be homework. Question 3, write all the numbers that lie between 3.5 and 3.6. This is the problem. Here we have the same whole number. What about the decimal parts? Here we have 5 and here we have 6. Do we have any whole numbers between 5 and 6? Of course no. What shall we do? Put an extra 0 here and put an extra 0 here. Now we have 3.50 and 3.60. What are the decimal numbers lies between 3.50 and 3.60? We have 3.51, 3.52, 3.53, 3.54, 3.55, 3.56, 3.57, 3.58 and 3.59. Question 4 gonna be homework. Let's go to comparing between two decimal numbers. If we have a question, say put greater than, smaller than, or equal, which is compare. What shall we do? At first you have to look at the whole number. Here the whole number is 6 and here the whole number is 9. If the whole numbers are different, so we have to compare only between these two whole numbers. So which one is greater, the 6 or the 9? Of course the 9 is greater than the 6. What about here? Here we have in the whole number 5, here we have 3. Which one is greater? Of course the 5 is greater. In letter C, here we have 3 and here we have also 3. Okay, now we have the same whole number. What shall we do? Start comparing the decimal numbers. Okay, here you have to balance. How to balance? Put here, cross the whole number and start comparing the two decimal numbers. After the decimal number, here you have only one digit and here you have only one digit. If you have the same number of digits, so we haven't to make the balance. If you have different number of digits, so you have to make the balance. Okay, what's about here? Start comparing after the decimal point 7 and here after the decimal point 1. Which one is greater? Of course the 7 is greater. What about here? Here the whole number is 4 and here the whole number is 2. Here the 4 is 4.0. I consider the 4 as a decimal number which is 4.0, but here the whole number is the whole 4. Here the whole number is 2. Which one is greater? Of course the 4 is greater than 2.5. Here the whole number is 18. What about here? The whole number is 20. Which one is greater, 18 or 20? Of course 20 is greater than 18. Let's go to the last one. Here we have in the whole number 0 and here we have also 0. So what shall we do? Balance, then look at the decimal number. Here we have after the decimal point 1 digit and here we have after the decimal point also 1 digit. So start comparing the decimal numbers. Here we have 1 and here we have 5. Of course the 5 is greater. Okay, what if we have letter G, 9.38 and 9.7, and we want to compare between them? At first look at the whole number. Here the whole number is 9 and here also the whole number is 9. Look at the decimal number. Here you have after the decimal point 2 digits and here you have only 1 digit. Here you have to make the balance. How to make the balance? Put zeros, like here. We have to put zeros to make after the decimal point 2 digits. And here after the decimal point 2 digits. How? By putting a 0. Here you have after the decimal point 38, but here you have 70. Which one is greater? Of course, the 70 is greater than the 38. But here, 38 is greater than the 7 without balancing, which is wrong. We have to put the 0 to make the balance to compare between the two decimal numbers. Here we have 38 and here we have 70. Of course, the 70 is greater. In booklet page 29, we have in question number 6, underline the equal numbers in each of the following groups. Letter A, you have 5.6, 5.06 and 5.60. How to underline the equal numbers, or how to determine which numbers are equal between these numbers. At first you have to look at the whole number as we did before. Here the whole numbers are 5. Look at the decimal number. At first you have to balance. After the decimal point, here you have 1 digit, here you have 2 digits, and here you have 2 digits. Cross the whole numbers and start balancing. Here you have 2 digits, here you have 2 digits, so we have to add 0 here to get 2 digits. Okay, and now start comparing. Here you have 60, here you have 0 and then 6, here you have also 60. So these two numbers are equal to each other. What about letter B? Here you have 9.7, here you have 9.70, and here you have 7.9. Underline the whole numbers. The whole numbers are totally different. Here you have 9, 9, and here 7. Okay, what shall we do? Look at the decimal number. The decimal number here consists of only 1 digit, and here 2 digits. Of course, the 7.9 is not equal to each one of them. Okay, what shall we do? Make the balance. Here after the decimal point you have only 1 digit, so add 1 0 to get 2 digits, and here to get 2 digits. Okay, and now all of us can determine that these two numbers are equal. Question number C gonna be homework. Let's go to question number 7, which is arrange the numbers in each of the following groups in an ascending order. Of course, ascending means start from the smallest up to the greatest. Okay, how? We have to make the balance. So we have to balance in the decimal number. Or the decimal part. Balance the decimal part. How? At first you have to underline the whole numbers. Here you have 6, here you have 6, here you have 8, and here you have 68. Of course, ascending order, we have to start with the smallest one. Which one gonna be the smallest? We have here in the whole number 6, and here also we have 6. So start balancing these two decimal numbers. How? After the decimal point, the decimal number consists of 1 digit, and here 2 digits. So what shall we do? We have to add 1 0 here to get here 6.80, but here 6.08. Of course, 6.08 gonna be the smallest number. The next one gonna be 6.8, and we gonna copy this one as 6.8, this 0 to help us to find the results only, not to put it. Here, the next number is 6.8. And now, what about 8.6 and 68? Of course, 8.6 gonna be smaller than 68. And the 68 is the greatest number in this problem. Okay, let's go. B gonna be homework. Let's go to letter C. Here we have in the whole number 150. Here you have also 150. Here 150 and here 150. Okay, what shall we do now? Balance the decimal numbers. How? Here we have to put the decimal point, and we have to put how many zeros after the decimal point? Here you have 2 digits, here you have 1 digit, here you have 2 digits. So we have make the balance and make 2 digits in the decimal part in all of these numbers. How to put here 2 zeros? And here we have 2 digits already. here put 1 0, and here already we have 2 digits. And now start comparing. Which one gonna be the smallest number? Of course, here I got after the 150 zeros. So the 150 gonna be the smallest number in this problem. Okay, what is the next? Here after the decimal point 13, here 30, and here 31. Of course, it's clear that 150.13 is smaller than them. Then 150.30, which is 150.3, and this zero to help us only to determine which one is smaller than 150.31, the greatest number. Okay, let's go to D. Here you have in the whole number 0, here you have 0, here you have 0, here you have also 0. What about the decimal part? The decimal part here consists of 1 digit, here 2 digits, here 2 digits, and here also 3 digits. Okay, what shall we do? We have to make the balance. How? To make the decimal part in all of these numbers consist of 3 digits. How? Put 2 zeros here to consist of 3 digits, put 1 0 here, and put 1 0 here, and here already we have 3 digits in the decimal part. What shall we do now? Start comparing. Here we have 900, here is 90, here 990, here is 9. Of course, the 9 gonna be the smallest one, so we have to write 0.009, which is the smallest number. Okay, the next, which one? 900 or 90 or 990? Of course, the 90, so we have to put 0.09, and of course this 0 to help us. The next one gonna be what? The 900, yes, 0.9, then 0.99. A letter E gonna be homework. Let's go to booklet page 30. Here, question number 8, arrange the numbers in each of the following groups in a descending order. Of course, descending sort from the greatest number up to the smallest number. Okay, A, B, C, D gonna be homework. Like the ascending order, but start from the greatest number. Okay, let's go to letter E. Here you have in the whole number 30, here you have 30, 30, and here 300. Descending order means start from the greatest. So 300.1 gonna be the first number, 300.1. Let's go to the next. You have to balance. Yes, you have here the same whole number, you have to balance. Add here decimal point, then how many zeros? You have here 3 digits, so put 3 zeros. And here you have 2 digits, so put only 1 0. And start comparing. Here 290, here is zeros, here is 580. Of course, we are in a descending order, so we're gonna start with the greatest one. So we're gonna write 30.58, which is 580. So go to the next, which is 290, 30.29, 290. Okay, then the last is the 30. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed my video, and don't forget to do your homework. Thank you.